What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my review of the Westside Discs Pine. Big thank you to my friend Chris Caulfield of Aloha Disc Golf for sponsoring this review. This was one of many discs that he sent me over the last few years to test and review, and he's just been beyond helpful for me and my channel. Super generous, and is definitely a great friend of the Disc Golf Nerd channel, and I appreciate him sending me this disc as well. He sent me a few other things that I still have laying around, but finally got around to testing the Westside Discs Pine. I think it's a really nice flying disc, and I'm happy to have a review of it. So let's take a look. This is a 2017 Trilogy Challenge Edition, as you can clearly see. You guys might have heard that Westside Discs has been acquired by Latitude 64 and DD. So the Trilogy will remain the same. They'll still have 3 different lineups with different stamp motifs and all that stuff. All still be manufactured by Latitude 64, and also Westside Discs will continue to have new molds added to the lineup and the brand, but they're going to be splitting the duties in terms of determining what molds they want and need, and all the marketing and all that stuff between D&D and Latitude 64. So from a fan's perspective, it shouldn't make any difference, but that kind of just happened, so I figured I might as well throw it into this review as I'm filming it here. This was that news was released a couple days ago. You can see it says Pine there. This one is 177 grams, which I think you might see right there. My phone's blowing up on me. Westside Discs, Finland. I'm not sure if that marking is going to continue on the newer run ones now that they aren't going to be shipped to Finland at all. They're just going to be from Latitude 64 and kind of warehoused there, and then also distributed from DD headquarters here in the United States. So the Trilogy Challenge will continue as well. There's still going to be 3 brands, and everything should be normal. But it's not about that. Let's talk about this mold. Here, let's take a look at the rim profile on this guy. Pretty comfortable, nice feel to it. Kind of reminds me of the compass. I'm going to throw it up next to my my new 2-time Ricky World Champ compass. This one's a nice lightweight one that I got from my bag, and I have not tested yet. I'm interested to see how it flies. It's like 170, where all my other ones are considerably lighter. No, this one's 167. Yeah, so I'm really interested to see how this is going to fly for me. Maybe a good tailwind bomber and turnover disc. So there you go, side by side. You can see the Pine has a different top to it, but the bottom looks quite similar, I would say. At least reminiscent, for sure. The Pine has a little bit of a, just right on the outside edge, it's kind of flattened and squared off, as you can see. All in all, it feels great. It's in the, damn, I forget if it's, I think it's VIP plastic is the Opto equivalent for Westside Discs. Man, I should really know that, but yeah, it starts to get tricky to keep track of all this stuff when you test and check out so much different plastic. But yeah, basically it's Opto plastic. We all know it's the same. Lucid, Opto, and yeah, I'm fairly certain it's VIP plastic. It's all the same blend. Probably my favorite overall plastic type on the market. Maintains a good grip. Even today it was real wet on the grass. Dry it off, no issues throwing it. No problem whatsoever. Super durable, bright colors. What more do you need there? So, like a pretty average top across the top. Is not like super board flat, nor is it really pop top to it at all. But all in all, it feels comfortable and kind of familiar in the hand, since I'm such a big compass thrower. So let's talk about the flight of this thing. For once, I would love Latitude 64 to release a mid-range in the Trilogy lineup that I don't have to consider putting in my bag. This is another one that's just really great flying disc. It's not going to make it in there because it's too similar to the compass. All in all, it's basically, this particular one seems to fly a little bit more stable than a stock Opto compass. But since I have not only my Disc Golf Nerd stamps sparkle, but some of the Ricky Celebration sparkle stamps, it's a very similar flight to those discs because they're a little bit more stable version of the compass. So yeah, it seems to be very similar, and maybe, I don't know if it's faster, maybe it has a touch more glide, but I was getting nice distance out of this thing for sure. Very easy to stand up, perfectly flat and level, and super straight with just a very gentle but consistent fade at the end of the flight. It faded every time, just that nice soft finish when it slows down. Ultimately, I think if you've checked out a compass before and you found it to be a little bit too understable, or you just want something that holds a little bit straighter, a little bit less turn, a little bit more fade, I think the Pine would be a good choice for that. I can only test this particular one, so I'm not sure if they vary too much, but excuse me, this one, definitely a straight flying disc. and super consistent. Seem to do the same thing every time. I think if you had a bigger power arm, you could get this thing to hold pretty much whatever line you want. But for me, I was just throwing it on really, really straight, stable lines with that gentle but predictable finish at the end of the flight. Good overall mid-range disc for you to check out. Again, if you've tried the stock Opto Compass and you'd like a hair more stability, I would say the Pine would be a good choice. But if you're just looking to try any brand new mid-range for your bag, you want something that's straight and dependable, but not something that's really going to ride too much naturally nor fade out on you, the Pine is a really good option. So another great mid-range to add to the Trilogy lineup. Thanks again to Chris Caulfield. Thanks to you guys for watching. I'll check you all very soon. Cheers.